On this edition of Good Day DePaul, abortion. It continues to divide the country.
DePaul's new president, Robert Manuel, sits down one-on-one with Good Day DePaul.
And it's called a Basic Needs Hub. It's now available to DePaul students. I'm Shadan Gomez.
And I'm Sayla Estelle, and this is Good Day DePaul. Abortion is being restricted across the country. The result? Some women are going to other states, including Illinois, to get abortions. And as I found out, this is impacting Chicago. In a 6-3 decision earlier this year, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, the 1973 court ruling that made abortion legal in this country. Now, in some states, abortion is either illegal or very restricted. Illinois is one of the states where abortions are still provided. Recently, Vice President Kamala Harris came to Chicago and supported the state's abortion policies.
But also it is through the leadership of governors like Governor Pritzker that we look to for what states like Illinois have been and continue to do to not only provide for the women of this state, but as the governor has said, and he and I have talked about this, under his leadership to be a safe haven for women around the state, in neighboring and surrounding states.
In Missouri, abortions are almost completely prohibited statewide. Indiana's situation is still to be determined after a judge temporarily blocked its near-total abortion ban. In both Wisconsin and Kentucky, abortion is now illegal with only a few exceptions. And in Iowa, it's still legal, but efforts are being made to pass a stricter abortion law. Because of the restrictions in these and other states around the country, many women are coming to Illinois to get abortions. In response, nonprofits such as the Midwest Access Coalition are providing financial assistance to these women, helping them cover their travel costs along with food, shelter, and other expenses they may face here. Allison Dreeth of Midwest Access talked about the help they're providing.
So we will book volunteers, Uber and Lyfts, train tickets, bus tickets, commercial flight tickets. We even work with an organization called Elevated Access that has volunteer pilots that transport some of our clients. So we pay and book for all that transportation costs. We have volunteers who open their home for people to stay in. We also pay for hotels. Anything that a client tells us they're having a barrier to getting to their physical appointment, we try to pay, coordinate, line up, any of that support that will help them get to their destination.
Dreeth says the number of women coming here for abortions is increasing.
In 2021, Midwest Access Coalition saw 800 clients that we served. We hit that number already in July, and here in September, since September 14th, we have seen 1,079 clients this year. So we're moving very quickly to potentially double what we saw the previous year. And that's because of all of these states banning abortion and the insecurity around abortion care at this time.
Julie Ewell of Planned Parenthood of Illinois says they're also helping women who come to Illinois for abortions.
Nearly 30% of the abortion patients that we've seen since the Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization decision have been from out of state. And that's in compared to prior to the decision, it would be around 5 or 6% of abortion patients came from out of state. So the increase was really immediate after that decision, the number of folks who are traveling here. Most of the out-of-state patients we see come from Wisconsin and Ohio, but we're also seeing more patients than ever before from Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, Texas. In the past few months, we've actually seen abortion patients from 28 different states around the country.
Here at DePaul, Professor Layla Farah is a pro-choice activist and professor in the Women's and Gender Studies Department. She believes this issue goes beyond gender and affects other groups as well.
I think it's gone well past 70s white feminism. We're not there anymore. Thank God. And I think that the especially younger women, regardless of their racialization, by the way, have a much more intersectional lens. So I would link this to Black Lives Matter in a hot minute, because I feel like the intersectional lens and the critical perspectives on race were also equally critical perspectives on gender. And I feel like that interconnectedness is really at the heart of this movement and this struggle.
However, some support the Supreme Court's decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Several months ago, pro-life activists marched in downtown Chicago to express that support.
I never really imagined that we would abolish abortion in our lifetime, but I always had that hope.
Here at DePaul, the university issued this statement about abortion. Quote, "The Supreme Court's ruling in the Dobbs decision addresses a complicated, moral, legal, and social issue that our country has been grappling with for decades. DePaul is a Catholic institution and respects the church's point of view and teachings on the issue. We acknowledge the decision may be concerning and even disruptive for many, and we understand the magnitude of the decision and the impact it may have on the members of the campus community and on the women and families across the nation. Universities are centers of thoughtful debate where diverse perspectives should be shared. Debate is encouraged, and academic freedom is essential. We appreciate members of our community making their voices heard on an issue they care about so deeply." Abortion. It's an issue that's dividing the country, one that may have a major impact on the upcoming midterm elections. Reporting for Good Day DePaul, I'm Sayla Estelle.
For many students at DePaul, money is a serious issue. They simply don't have enough. So for the past few years, DePaul has been offering both a food pantry and a career closet. These provide free food and clothing to students who need it. Now, the university is expanding its assistance. They're creating what's called a basic needs hub. In addition to providing free food, clothing, towels, bed sheets, and toiletries, the hub will also provide support for students. They can visit the hub at room 107 in Lincoln Park Student Center and room 9700 in the DePaul Center on the Loop campus.
DePaul's new president, Robert Manuel, is in his first quarter at the university, and he's become a visible presence on campus. President Manuel sat down for a one-on-one interview with Good Day DePaul's Lily Lowndes. Here is Lily's report.
Less than 100 days into his term, DePaul's new president, Robert Manuel, is ready to embody the values of a modern university president.
So there's a change in the role of a president at universities that's happened in the past 3 years. From the person that comes with the idea and generates the momentum towards that idea, to the person that comes that finds the idea amongst the people that are part of the community. And so it's not just a style I like, it's a style that's critical to getting the path right for our future.
Manuel is hoping to talk to as many students, faculty, staff, and alumni as possible before creating a plan for DePaul.
So everybody asks me, what's your vision for DePaul? And I say, I can't tell you yet because I have to find it amongst the voices that I hear when I talk to the people in our community.
Manuel is wasting no time in trying to understand life here at the university.
So I put the call out when I got here to deans, vice presidents, chairs, any group, organization, and said, I want to charge you with inviting me to the things that are important to you at DePaul. So I learn about DePaul through the things that are important to the population that's here. So athletic events and lectures and plays. I went to see the opera.
In addition to events, Manuel attends meetings with community leaders, alumni, and elected officials.
I think on average, I have about 9 meetings a day. One day I had 2 breakfasts, 1 lunch, and 2 dinners. right, because people want to spend time over a meal.
The president also joined the new social media app Be Real in order to connect with students. The app prompts users to post one picture every day, sending a notification of when to post.
And it kind of allowed the opportunity for me to show what happens at any given moment during the day to the community. I had 3 followers when I first started, my 3 kids. And then at the student orientation, student convocation, I announced that I had it, and I think I had 450 people sign up right then to come in. And I am seeing a swath of student interest and experience, and they're seeing me ride my Peloton and be in meetings. I kind of like the authenticity of it.
Community members have many ways of engaging with Manuel, at events, meetings, or on social media. He feels this communication is critical to his role as university president.
I kind of liken it to being a bit of a mayor, right? Because there's so many questions and issues that we grapple with. And my job is to govern those into a university structure that creates debate, civil debate, using rigor to make sure we're not just shouting at each other, but rather we're really engaging each other through questions. And out of that comes initiatives and priorities.
Among those priorities for Manuel are social justice initiatives, fundraising, engaging with the broader Chicago community, and shared governance with faculty and others.
I'm not coming here with a vision that I want to get through no matter what. I'm coming here with the desire to work with all the groups to fashion a path forward. And so everybody's going to see themselves in that path when it's articulated.
Manuel wants students to participate in shaping DePaul's future.
The students are as responsible for the design of their reality as I am. Invite me to things, come ask for us to engage. I need to hear it in order to be able to put it into the conversation about what we become. And I mean that. If you want to go to a lecture, reach out to the president's office and we'll find that time to do that. If you want to take me out to dinner, I'll take you out to dinner. But I'd love to go talk more about what it is that made you choose to be here, why you're proud to be here.
He also wants students to discuss not only DePaul's strengths, but also where it needs to improve.
Sometimes where we're falling down on those expectations, and then ultimately how we get to a point where we can design the future specific to the aspirations and the chances that you're hoping to have as a student here.
One of the issues some students are concerned with is diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. While DePaul has acknowledged the need for increased efforts in this area, some feel more needs to be done. Manuel said his first step is moving the Presidential Fellows in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion from the Office of Institutional Diversity and Inclusion into the President's office.
I re-elevated them back into the President's office so that I could have access to them as they're doing their work.
Manuel said that he'll work closely with these Presidential Fellows to research and study the best DEI initiatives for the university. He says he's also called a conference to stitch together the DEI goals and put them in place. Another concern among some at the university is DePaul's scaled-back COVID-19 response. During the former president A. Gabriel Esteban's term, DePaul had a high level of COVID-19 precautions in place. Over the summer, DePaul announced it was eliminating some of these safety measures, including the COVID-19 tracker and on-campus PCR testing sites. The university says the end of federal funding played a part in discontinuing PCR testing. DePaul now offers at-home rapid tests instead. Manuel says DePaul isn't alone in its decision to loosen COVID-19 protocols.
It is true that things have walked back. They've walked back in all forms of life all over the country.
Manuel says DePaul is continuing to watch COVID-19 levels on campus. Using this data, the university consults with healthcare professionals to update COVID-19 decision-making.
Just because it's not publicly on the website anymore doesn't mean that group isn't constantly monitoring the effects of it. Should there be a necessitated change from the recommendations of the government communities that I just talked about, you would see that happen at the university really quickly.
Manuel said that community health is a top priority at DePaul.
The health and safety of the students and the faculty and the staff are the most critical thing in our planning at the university.
Manuel addressed the recent concern about crime on campus, saying the university has services students can access should something happen.
We are looking at all of the experiences of our students and trying to train them ahead of time, and then being there for them should anything happen because of the place we occupy in a city, a major urban environment.
In addition to public safety escorts, DePaul now offers minivan services that take students to residential addresses near the Lincoln Park campus at night. The university also offers a shuttle bus between the two campuses.
Overall, Manuel is excited to step into his role as the university's 13th president, with a passion for its community and mission.
Through the mission, we are dedicated to serving the most marginalized, with the biggest opportunities. We are an incredible institution when it comes to faculty research and staff dedication and creativity. And our students have kind of a biting curiosity in all of their work. When you add that all together, I don't think there's a better place to define quality in higher education than DePaul. And that opportunity drew me here.
For Good Day DePaul, I'm Lily Lowndes.
The Dean of DePaul's College of Education, Paul Zions, is stepping down at the end of December. Zions has been the dean since 2009. No word yet on who will be the next dean. Coming up on Good Day DePaul, DePaul sports teams jump into Big East play.
And DePaul and the city of Chicago work together to create a major new sports facility for the city. Stay with us.
2004 Skateboard Championship.
High school, moped.
How about you, Slim? Anything?
Something.
Looks like Slim's got a little paper cut.
It's nothing.
Come on, man. No, I'm gonna make you tell me.
Hey, kidney transplant.
When, dude? I didn't know you were sick.
I was donating it.
Someone in your family?
You gave your kidney to a complete stranger?
Yeah, saved his life.
Wow. All right.
Everyone can save a life by being a living organ donor on matchingdonors.com.
In sports, the DePaul men's soccer team recently beat UIC, but lost to Penn. Their record is now 3-2-3.
But it's been much tougher for the women's soccer team. Their record is 2-7 after losing their first two Big East games to Marquette and Xavier.
And it's also been a difficult start for the DePaul volleyball team. They lost 3 in a row, falling to UIC, Marquette, and Butler. The Blue Demons' overall record is now 4-10.
Next on Good Day DePaul, it's called Lynn Park. It's a DePaul project that's created a major new facility on the city's south side.
That story when we return.
Matchsticks, matchbox, matching tie to matching socks. You don't know why, but you're really special to match point, match game. You and I are not the same, but I can tell that you're really special to me. There is something I can give to make you laugh, to help you live. We're the perfect match and you're really special to me. We're the perfect match and you're really special to me.
DePaul President Robert Manuel says he hopes to begin resetting the work-life balance at the university. To help do this, he's starting this year's holiday break earlier than scheduled. The break was scheduled to run from December 23rd to January 1st. Now Manuel says he's starting the break 2 days earlier, beginning on Wednesday, December 21st. In addition, he announced that the 10-day vacation carryover will now be permanent, meaning employees can carry over those 10 days of vacation past December 31st and take them into the following calendar year.
A few weeks ago, a big event in Chicago. It celebrated the renovation of Lynn Park on the city's south side. DePaul and the Chicago Park District collaborated on the project. It involved renovating the historic basketball courts at the park. The renovation was a legacy project for DePaul's 125th anniversary. The park is located just a mile south of Wintrust Arena, the home of DePaul's men's and women's basketball.
That's all for this week's edition of Good Day DePaul. You can keep up with us by visiting our Vimeo channel at Good Day DePaul or by going to goodday.depaul.edu.
And make sure to check us out on Facebook.
And if you have any news tips, message us through the Good Day DePaul social media channels.
Thanks for watching. I'm Selah Estelle.
And I'm Chaden Gomez. Have a good day, DePaul.